Okay, now we're going to get into the fascinating world of prime numbers and prime factors. We're still only dealing in whole numbers and in number and operations and relationships. Right, so what is a prime number? A prime number can only be divided by 1 and itself. So you remember the opposite of a prime number is a composite number. And a composite number can be divided by 1 itself and something else. So a prime number has exactly two unique positive divisors, 1 and itself. This is another definition of a prime number. So is 9 a prime number? We did this in the previous video. Proving a number is not prime is easy. It's easy to prove whether a number is prime or not. It's easy to prove a number is not a prime, but it's quite difficult to prove whether a number is a prime. You'll see that people spend their lives proving whether numbers are prime or not. To prove a number is prime, you simply need to find one factor besides 1 and the number that it is divisible by. So for 9 divided by 3, that's so easy. No, 9 is not a prime number. What about 7? Now, we have to go through, like we did in the previous video, every single integer divisible by 7. 7 times 1, that works. And 7 divided by 7 is 1, and that works. So that is a number by itself, divided by 1 and itself. But if we take 7 divided by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we see that it doesn't give us an integer. So, because those are not integers, then we can say, yes, 7 is a prime number. It is only divided by 1 and itself. So prime is the opposite to a composite number. A positive integer is either a prime number or a composite number. It must be one of the two. So how do we find a prime number? Well, we find that by proving it is not a composite number. Here are some rules to help you. If a number is even, it is a composite number, i.e., if a number is even, it is not a prime number. So immediately, if the number ends in a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or 8, we can very easily tell it is not a prime number. These can always be halved, and then there is a factor of 2, so it can't be a prime number. If a number ends in 5, it is a composite number. It is not a prime. Be careful besides the number 5. So the number 5 is a prime number. So 5 is a prime number. So don't forget that 5 is equal to prime. But any other number that ends in a 5, 25, 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 7, 5, can be divisible by 5. And those make those not prime numbers. But 5 is a prime. A prime number always will end in a 1, a 3, a 7, or a 9. Okay, those are the numbers that are left over. Of course, besides the number 5, the 5 number rule. How do you practice this? You've got to know your timetables. And it's also good to know the first 20 off by heart if you want. And we'll show you those. So is number 1 a prime number? From the definition, a prime number can be divided by 1 in itself. It is a prime number, hey? But there's another definition for a prime number. It has to have exactly two unique positive divisors, 1 and itself. So 1 is divided by itself. 1 divided by itself is equal to 1. And 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1. But no, they're not unique. They have to be unique. So 1 is not a prime number. So 1 is not a prime number. Let's not forget that. Is 5 a prime number? We just said, yes, 5 is a prime number. We can't divide 5 by 4 like we did, by 3, 5 divided by 4, or 5 divided by 2. It doesn't work. Is 505 a prime number? Yes, that's divisible by 5. Put that in a calculator, you'll get 101. And you'll see that it works. Is 77,772 a prime number? Oh my goodness, how are we going to work that out? Yes, it is, because it's even at the end. So that's yes. Oh, that's no, it's not a prime number, sorry. Is 77,772 a prime number? No, it's even. It can be halved. It can't be a prime number. Is 57 a prime number? Now it gets a little bit more difficult. Is 71 a prime number? These are where it gets a bit tough. So what do we say? If we said 57 divided by 19, you will find that that is actually, or we said 50. So if we said 57 divided by 2, that's not going to work. It's not even. 57 divided by 3, that is equal to 19. That works well. So 57 is not a prime number. No, it is not. How about 71? Well, the way we'd work this out, we go 71 divided by 2. No, that's not going to work. 71 divided by 3. No, that's not going to work. And we're going to do this all the way, and it's going to take forever. And that's actually how you have to figure out if the number is prime or not. And when people write these computer programs to figure out if a number is prime, it has to go through that order. Right. But here are the first 20 prime numbers that you can memorize if you want. It's always a fun thing to know. And these are the first 20 prime numbers that none of these numbers in this array can be divided by any other number besides itself. It is difficult to prove big numbers. People spend years looking for it. But 71 is your 20th prime number. So yes, 71 is a prime number. So what are prime factors? Firstly, what is a factors? Factors are the numbers you multiply together to get another number. So you would have seen this if you watched the factors video. The factors of 8 are 8 times 1 and 4 times 2. So we know that the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8, right? But now we only want the prime factors. Okay, so the prime factors of 8 are 4 and 2. 4 is not a prime number, but we can divide 4 by 2 because 4 is the same as 2 times 2, and that is equal to 8. And this is the same as 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. We haven't gone through exponential yet, but you need to know that 2 times 2 times 2 is the same as 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 means 2 times 2, 3 times. Okay. So what are the prime factors of 12? We know that we can divide 12. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. But 4 is not a prime factor, so we can do this again. We can say 3 times 2 times 2 is equal to 12. Brilliant. And this could be the same as 3 times 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 12. So what are the prime factors of 147? Oh my. So we're going to have to first figure out what is some factors of 147. So let's first find a factor. 147 divided by 2 is 73.5. That's not a factor. That's not going to work. 147 divided by 3 is 49. Ooh, that could work. Okay, so we know that that's a prime factor, so let's wait for this. But 49 is not a prime factor. If you look back, it wasn't on our list of 20 prime numbers. But what is 47 divided by 7? That is equal to 7. That's quite convenient. So we know that 7 times 7 is equal to 49. So sorry, what is 49 divided by 7? So we can say that 3 times 49 is 147, and that is the same as 3 times 7 times 7. If we wanted to even put a bracket here, it doesn't matter. And that is equal to 47, and that is the same as 3 times 7 to the power of 2 equals 147. Well done, guys. That is prime numbers and the factors of prime numbers. Cool. Now we're going to go to highest common factors and lowest common multiples, and that is the last section in our whole numbers section.